Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope your weekend was awesome and you are ready for an awesome week to pursue whatever dreams and desires you have, whatever is in your entrepreneur spirit. I wanted to come on here real quick and talk to you about a very disturbing ad that I saw this weekend. And I was like, oh my gosh, people don't even know what this is about. But I saw an ad. I don't remember where it was, if it was on when I was online or if it was on, TV, Hulu or something like that. But it was talking about how you can raise your credit score instantly by adding in your utilities to your credit report. And, of course, the commercial shows how beneficial it is because you can raise your credit score. So if you're trying to buy a house or get a loan or do these things, you can raise your score. And my goodness, red flags flew up in my head so fast. And to me, credit reports, credit scores, it's all a big giant scam. And I know in the world we live in right now, if you do anything traditionally, you have to have it. But I want you to kind of understand a little bit about how they work. And to me, they're a scam just as much as Better Business Bureau. And I know that's going to be like, what? What are you talking about? I belonged to the Better Business Bureau for years. We had a business that we belonged to them. And let me tell you real quick how Better Business Bureau works, how you get that A+ rating that everybody wants so bad. So here's what companies do. This is what I did when I had my company is you pay $400 to the Better Business Bureau to belong to them, to be on their site, to be, so that people know that you belong to them. And you get an A+ rating. Can you believe that? Yes, it is that easy. You pay a fee and you start out with an A+ rating. The only way that you get a lower rating is if somebody goes to the Better Business Bureau and complains and starts a dispute. But here's the thing. They also have free mediation. Is that what it's called? Yes, I'm saying that right. So if someone were to complain about a company and that company were to go to the Better Business Bureau and say, hey, we are willing to negotiate with them. We will give them what they ordered plus a double order for free. We'll ship it for free. They won't have to pay anything. We'll fully refund them. This is how we're going to make it right. The Better Business Bureau will then take off their negative feedback. It will not affect your score, and you still have an A+ score. Now, there's benefits to it because a lot of times, obviously, if a company belongs to the BBB, it means they're making an effort, they're putting themselves out there, so yes. But as long as no one complains about them, they have an A+ rating. So it doesn't mean that they're a great company, it just means nobody's done a dispute, or no one's, gotten whatever they want back free or whatever to remove their remark through the BBB. But anyways, that's my whole world of the BBB being a scam, even though I belonged to it for years and there's some value to it, but you kind of need to understand how it works. Credit reports are the same way. They're such a scam. It's just this whole world that if you know the loopholes and you know how to work the system, you can do that. Here's the concerning thing with that commercial that I saw. So let's say you're trying to buy a house and you want to raise your score and you decide, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go add all my utilities so it will bump my score up. So then what happens later if you are in the hospital or your spouse loses their job or something happens, there's a hiccup in life and you are late on your utilities? Okay, not a big deal. If you're late, 15 days on your Verizon bill, they're not going to shut it off. But it will show up on your credit report now as a late payment and it will bring that score down dramatically. And in my opinion, from what I've done with traditional lending, and remember, I used to be a licensed lender. So I lent people based on things like their credit score and what was on it. That was part of, that's in the lending industry as far as if you're trying to do anything traditionally. You want the least amount of things reporting to your credit report as possible. The least amount of things. You do not want things reporting to your credit report unless they absolutely have to. And for that very reason, because if anything ever happens, it will drop your credit score down so fast. Anytime you have inquiries, I always ask if I'm doing anything traditionally and they want to pull credit, I always say, can you do a soft pull first before I finalize it? Because what you don't want it doing is dinging your credit report multiple times because you try to get loans at different places. You want to have a soft pull first, which does not affect your credit report. And don't, for goodness sakes, do not add your utilities to your credit report. Please, please do not do that. It will only screw you up later. Do the least amount of things to your credit report as possible. And if you are in a bind and hey, there's not enough money at the end of the month and you can't pay all your bills, and you're concerned about your credit report, maybe you're trying to qualify for a house or a new car, or you want to do something in 6 months that requires credit, pay the bills first that hit your credit report. And then, you know, obviously, like I said, if you've got Verizon or you've got utilities, gas and electric, whatever it is, a lot of times they'll just charge you a late fee, but it won't affect your credit report. So pay the $20 late fee and don't have it affect your credit report. So that is my concern. When I see that is it's just going to get more people in a bind. It's going to make the middle class even poorer because now they're going to spend more on loans or anything that they do traditionally because it's going to pull their credit report down, even though they say it's going to pull it up. Just be careful. And one thing to remember too is like if you're going to buy a house, you know, they used to look at your credit report. Now they're looking like 24 months, every payment you made that affects your credit report. So if 24 or 23 months ago you had a late payment, that could affect what interest rate you're paying to buy a house. And that's something that's recently changed with credit reports. And credit reports, if you pull your own credit, it doesn't affect you at all. You can go to myfico.com and pull your own reports and you'll see it's changed. The reporting has changed. It's now showing every month, every loan that talks to your credit report, it's showing if it was 15 days late, if it was 30 days late, if it hasn't been paid, all of that shows now. It's not just kind of like a bulk, you know, this is your credit report. Everything matters. So don't add your utilities. Please don't add your utilities to your credit report.